The Golden Arches. Can I survive 30 days of McDonald's? Can a steady diet of Big Macs and fries really be that bad for you? We hear about the dangers of fast food all the time. Doctors warn us, nutritionists cringe, but what happens when fast food becomes your only food? For 30 days, I decided to find out. I embarked on a journey, a culinary odyssey of sorts, to explore the uncharted territory of an all-McDonald's diet. This wasn't about gluttony or reckless abandon. I approached this experiment with the seriousness of a scientist, meticulously tracking every calorie, every gram of fat, and every ounce of sodium that passed my lips. My body became a laboratory, my stomach a petri dish. I wanted to understand firsthand the impact of fast food on my physical and mental well-being. Would I emerge from this experiment unscathed, or would I become a cautionary tale, a poster child for the evils of fast food? The answer, as you'll soon discover, is far more complex than a simple yes or no. Join me as I delve into the surprising and sometimes shocking world of 30 days of McDonald's. My McMenu and the Data Diet, tracking the experiment. Before I took my first bite of a quarter pounder, I established some ground rules. 3 meals a day, all from McDonald's. I would try everything on the menu at least once. No skipping meals, no sneaking in outside food. To add a touch of realism, I even supersized my meals when asked, just like a typical fast food consumer might. But this wasn't just about stuffing my face with fries. This was about data. Every calorie was logged. Every nutrient was analyzed. I tracked my weight, blood pressure, cholesterol, and even my mood, documenting the subtle and not so subtle changes in my physical and mental state. My apartment transformed into a makeshift laboratory, filled with scales, blood pressure cuffs, and notebooks overflowing with scribbled observations. Each day became a cycle of consumption, measurement, and reflection, a relentless pursuit of understanding the impact of my McDeat. The first bite and the first week early observations. The first bite of that first Big Mac was a moment of no return. The familiar salty, tangy flavors flooded my mouth, triggering a wave of both excitement and trepidation. I knew this was just the beginning of a long and potentially bumpy ride. The initial days were surprisingly easy. The novelty of the challenge, the sheer variety of the McDonald's menu, kept things interesting. I sampled breakfast burritos and chicken McNuggets, filet-o-fish sandwiches and apple pies, washing it all down with copious amounts of Diet Coke. But as the first week progressed, I started to notice subtle changes. My energy levels felt erratic, fluctuating between sugar highs and caffeine crashes. My digestive system, accustomed to a more diverse diet, began to protest. And then there were the cravings. Oh, the cravings. The longing for fresh fruits and vegetables, for a crisp salad or a juicy steak, became almost unbearable. Week 2 arrived, and with it, the dreaded monotony. The initial excitement of the challenge had worn off, replaced by a dull routine of drive-through lines and predictable meals. The once tantalizing flavors of McDonald's now tasted flat, almost metallic, on my tongue. The cravings intensified, evolving from mere desires into full-blown obsessions. I dreamt of crunchy carrots and leafy spinach, their vibrant colors a stark contrast to the beige and yellow hues of my fast food reality. My body, too, seemed to be rebelling. My energy levels plummeted, leaving me feeling sluggish and unmotivated. My skin, once clear, erupted in a constellation of blemishes. The numbers on the scale slowly but steadily crept upward. The experiment was taking its toll, both physically and mentally. As I slogged through the third week, something unexpected happened. I began to see beyond the burgers and fries, to appreciate the nuances of the McDonald's menu. I discovered hidden gems, like the surprisingly satisfying oatmeal and the relatively healthy side salad, dressing on the side, of course. I also learned to improvise, creating my own McFrankenstein meals by combining different menu items. A McMuffin became a vessel for a makeshift breakfast burrito. A side salad, when topped with grilled chicken from a McChicken sandwich, transformed into a somewhat respectable lunch. This culinary creativity, born out of necessity, brought a glimmer of joy back into the experiment. It reminded me that even within the confines of a fast food menu, there was room for exploration and personal choice. The final day of the experiment arrived, and with it, a mix of relief and apprehension. I had survived 30 days of McDonald's, but at what cost? The physical and mental toll was undeniable. My weight had ballooned, my cholesterol levels soared, and my energy levels remained stubbornly low. I felt sluggish, bloated, and frankly, disgusted with myself. But this experiment was never just about the numbers. It was about understanding the seductive power of fast food, its ability to hijack our taste buds and override our better judgment. It was about exposing the hidden consequences of our dietary choices, the slow but steady erosion of our health and well-being. So, what did I learn from my 30 days of McDonald's? I learned that fast food, in moderation, can be a tasty treat. But as a steady diet, it's a recipe for disaster. I learned that our bodies are not designed to run on a steady stream of processed ingredients and artificial flavors. And most importantly, I learned that real food, in all its glorious variety and freshness, is not just a luxury, but a necessity. Now I ask you, dear reader, to take a moment and examine your own dietary choices. Are you fueling your body with the nutrients it needs to thrive, or are you settling for the empty calories of convenience? The choice, ultimately, is yours.